Yeah, we've had a lot of discussions about this leading back all through fall camp. Just like really the last two games. Like let's talk about last game. Like we averaged about 5.4 yards per play. We need to get to 6.5 yards per play to actually get into the top half of the conference. You look at the scoring. That's also with the red zone attempts. It's also with our critical down margin as well. We've had a lot of discussions, and every year I always try to hit our goals based off of where we would rank in the conference. And this is a very dynamic league of offensive football, and we've got to be able to really match kind of the firepower of these other schools. Like that's what it comes down to. It comes down to scoring points, and obviously we need to score a lot more. And I think that has to lead to us being more explosive, and being more explosive is going to allow for more opportunities to score points. And that's kind of been the emphasis that we've been talking about a lot lately. But this is a fun league to watch, fun league to be a part of, and we need to be more. We need to have more firepower from an offensive standpoint.
Dunn from Hartford, California.
Good morning, Jake. You've been willing to use multiple running backs, and now with possibly the return of Jade Knott and the known quantity of Isaiah Afonso, how willing are you to put in a guy like Ashton Stredick when the situation calls for it?
Yeah, like we had Ashton, we had that 3rd down and 3 run that he broke for an explosive play, and he was tough. He should have been tackled a few times, and just kept fighting his way like through all the tacklers, and then got a pretty good gain. It was explosive, and shows his toughness. So I feel completely confident with Ashton. I think Ashton is an experienced guy. He's been around this program for a long time. He's not nervous at all when he goes in the game, and he does his job at a very high efficient level. So I'm very, very happy and very comfortable with Ashton Stredick going in the game. So with J.Ott coming back, and Isaiah Afonso and Ashton Stredick, those guys are like 3 solid backs that we can lean on. And we're also just messing around with some other kind of backup guys, just to find the next one in, because those guys have gone through some injuries and ups and downs. We just got to be ready for the next guy to come in as our 4th and 5th guy.
In the sense of trying to find those extra bodies, do you ever have to run to a conflict of whether to possibly preserve the redshirt of Javian Thomas when it comes to that?
We've talked about that. We have, but he's ready to go. Like he is. Like I feel very confident in that kid too. I think just where he's been from fall camp and the strides he's made, Coach AT's done a great job with that guy, and he's ready to go. He is, and we're still kind of like, if it's going to help the team out in the long run, we're not worried about the red shirt, and I think that kid wants to play as well. So, we're going to be calculated with how we do it, obviously, but we're preparing him like he's going to play each week.
And then lastly, how would you assess how the tight ends have done through 3 weeks, and where do they need to continue to develop?
Yeah, I think the tight ends have been great. I think Coach Plow does a great job with those guys. They're probably the most consistent group on our offensive, side of the ball. Just from Jack injuries and Asher Alberding, you got Jeff Johnson in there, and JT Byrne. Like those 4 guys are just as solid as they come. They help out on special teams. Jack is a guy that you have to monitor because he will not come out of the game. He's just a tough kid, loves playing the game, wants an opportunity. Wish we can get him more touches. At times, sometimes with the confidence in the run game, and we're not throwing the ball as efficient as we like, we kind of slow that down a little bit, but we need to get more multiple, use the tight ends more, and hopefully you're going to see them more active in the weeks to come. But really pleased with those tight ends. I think they're improving every single week. They do a lot of great things in the run game. There's some guys that are available to do great things in the pass game, and those are the guys I never worry about, because Coach Plow does a great job with those guys, and there's just a great consistency and being very comfortable with that group.
Thank you.